CM Punk is finally world champion. Today, in this video, we react to the most recent Saturday night's main event, including the likes of Cody Rhodes vs Drew McIntyre, Tiffany Stratton vs Jade Cargill, Dominik Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Championship against Penta and Rusev, and CM Punk vs Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. So if you guys enjoy this video, it's going to be asked to record. Always remember to smash the like and subscribe button to the Flipping channel, and let's get into this one. Bit of a different start to a video there. I didn't know what to say to this. And before we get into this, I just quickly want to say, I'm so sorry I've not uploaded for a week. It's been really bad of me. I've been very busy. I've had half term and I've been away and everything. So I've just not had time to upload. But we are back. We are so back, and we're going to get back to business and back where we left off, you know. Back on track. Let's go. Cody Rhodes defeating Drew McIntyre to kick off the show for a second time in the space of a month and retaining the undisputed WWE Championship once again. This match was diabolical. I wanted Drew McIntyre to win. I can't lie, Cody Rhodes is bored me now. The same reign, the same matches, the same outcome, the tease of a heel turn which never happens, and then we just get Drew McIntyre gets put over again. Drew McIntyre, yeah, I actually rate him so much because how many times this man has been done over with both the World Heavyweight Championship and the Undisputed Championship is actually incredible. It is disgusting. He's deserved the world title. Remember, he's not held a world title properly since 2020. Of course, he won it for 5 minutes last year at WrestleMania 40. But it's not an actual title reign. But every time this man has gone over for other people and let other people win, defeat him again. So Drew McIntyre is just that wrestler that's a fill-in now. Like, for example, the big champion, he ain't got someone to face. Let's put him Drew McIntyre, you know. Drew McIntyre will give him a good match and a good feud. And obviously, the champion will always end up winning just to give them a big push and make them look better, you know. WrestlePalooza was diabolical and that was a terrible match. But I think that was better than this. I can't lie. The match with this was short. It was only pushing 10 minutes. And the end, just Cody got a belt that Drew had, DDT'd him on it, and then one crossroads, done. Buried Drew McIntyre, absolutely buried him after one crossroads. So I can't lie, I do respect Cody Rhodes, I am bored of him. I've had enough of this title reign of him, just holding the championship, doing nothing with it, and eventually losing it to just, like, someone big because there's no one his caliber ready to take it off him because Triple H sees this man as, like, the company champion, you know what I mean? Like, he's like this, everyone's in the authority at this point, just he can't lose the title. And I can't be asked for any more to me. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes retained against Drew McIntyre. Probably not the right decision in my opinion, but it's what I went with. So Cody Rhodes retains once again. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. This match, terrible. Terrible, I can't lie. Awful. Tiffany Stratton went into this match supposedly injured with a knee injury, so she could barely walk. The first thing Jade Cargill does the minute minute the bell rung was kick her in the knee, kick her in the knee, kick her in the knee. Boring. So Tiffany's down. It was actually just a one-sided match. Jade dominated Tiffany, and at the end, obviously Tiffany got hit with Jade's finisher, and Jade Cargill was the new WWE Women's Champion. And finally, after 302 days, Tiffany Stratton has lost the WWE Women's Championship. She won it on the first episode of, I think, the January 4th or something episode of, no, January 2nd, I can't remember, January 3rd episode of SmackDown, I think, of this year. And she's held it all the way until November 1st. Basically, the whole year. And so, props to her, I can't lie, props to her. She's actually done incredible to hold the championship that long. I think she's the third longest women's champion ever in history. So for her to still be this young and already do that, she's got big things towards her. I'd like to move her to Monday Night Raw to maybe have a little look at the Women's World Championship as well, give her a challenge to Stephanie Vaquer. But I don't think that's going to happen. But there's something interesting with Jade Cargill now, holding that Women's Championship, having different competitors like Nia Jax. You've got, obviously, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair in there. You've got Chelsea Green. You've got a load of actual competitors that could challenge for that title and possibly beat Jade. I got a feeling Jade will hold it until WrestleMania next year now, which is a long way, but I don't think they like changing this title too frequently. So Jade Cargill winning was definitely the right decision. It was a terrible match, and they could have done something better. But if Tiffany is legitimately injured, I feel bad for her, and I'm sorry. But I don't believe it, if you got what I mean. So Jade just absolutely dominating her was not the right decision. But Jade Cargill winning the championship was the right decision. And I do want Tiffany Stratton to move to Monday Night Raw eventually so she can challenge for another title. Maybe the Women's IC title over there. Maybe just the Women's World Championship. Maybe we just push her straight there. Because she has been the Women's Champion for 300 days plus. So fair enough. But Jade Cargill is your new WWE Women's Champion. Next up, Dominik Mysterio defends his Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match against Rusev and Penta. These two have both gone up against Dominik about 10 times and lost every single time due to Dominik Mysterio cheating. And this match, Dominik pulled out his tactics once again for both of them to mess up and for Dominik to retain the title once again. We know Dominik won the IC title at WrestleMania 41 earlier this year and has still not dropped it, has held it for the rivalries like AJ Styles, Ludwig Kaiser. So many wrestlers have tried challenging him and it's not worked. And it is interesting how he's still champion because we've got an interesting story. Does he lose it to someone like John Cena for John Cena to become a Grand Slam champion before he retires next month? It hurts to say still. But I don't know. But this match was actually the best match of the night for me. Wrestling-wise, it was actually a very interesting match. It was the best match. Just 3 good wrestlers going at it and just having a good match, you know. It was interesting. There was stuff going everywhere. And if you could see in this photo, Dominik put a hammer in the ring after getting put through the barricade by Rusev. And put a hammer in, which was actually made, obviously, for them to ring the bell for the pin, because Rusev thought he had won the championship by tapping out Penta, but he was wrong. Dominik rung the bell to put Rusev off, and then put his focus on Dominik. But then Penta went in for Rusev, but he picked up the hammer that Dominik had dropped, and Dominik moved out the way, and he slapped Rusev around the head with the hammer. And after that, Dominik hit Penta with, I think, the hammer, and then the frog splash by Dominik was to pin Penta. 1, 2, 3. Penta lost again. The man's been buried so much this year since he's actually debuted. But Dominik Mysterio winning once again. Fair enough, I already saw him winning, and I think it is still the right decision for him to win, because I sadly don't think any of these two are ready for the championship yet. Sadly, Penta, I still think he's got to have another rivalry before he gets in to the IC Championship. If again, I want to see him be champion soon, and I want to see him win the IC Championship. I'd love him to beat someone like John Cena on his final Raw or something. Let John Cena win it on the next week's Raw, and then lose it to Raw after that. He doesn't need to hold it long. Let him have a week just champion so he can become Grand Slam champion, and then let Penta win or something. It'll be very interesting. But it probably won't happen because Triple H will not take risks like that. But Dominik Mysterio retains the IC title once again. And the main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Main event, Jey Uso challenged CM Punk after winning the Battle Royal for the championship in the main event, or Saturday night's main event. And this match was not great. I can't lie. Jey Uso botched a couple of times. CM Punk, I can't lie. You look, guys, no, I don't like CM Punk. I don't think he's a good wrestler. I think he's very overrated. And him just wrestling was boring. He's slow and old. He's 48 years old, you remember, but I'm just, 47. But I'm bored of him. And finally got his moment. Fair enough, let him have his moment, but this needs to be quick. Let it go. So CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion. It has finally happened. But Seth Rollins had to vacate the title. So CM Punk never beat Seth Rollins. So my feeling is that when Seth Rollins returns, we finally get that final match of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I would love, just love to see Seth Rollins stomp his head into the mat. Because, hey, it'd be funny. That's one thing for sure. But this match was not great. But at the end of the match, I think there was just the crowd erupted for CM Punk after he hit 2 GTSs on a row on Jey Uso to finally pin him. And, yeah, CM Punk, to be fair, he does deserve his moment. He's there most weeks, and he does give it everything he can sometimes, even if he is slow and old. But I actually do feel bad for Jey Uso, to be honest. I think Jey Uso's consistent schedule and him just getting put over once again, or not put over, just like putting over CM Punk once again. Fair enough of him, and the fans are giving him a lot of abuse right now. If you didn't see a clip on TikTok earlier today, there was a clip of him outside the ring and people telling him to shut up and go back to being a tag team, and which one are you, talking about Jimmy Uso, of course, just trying to berate Jey Uso, and he muttered on his breath, shut up, because I know it is character, but Jey Uso is he's a big part now, you know. He's one of the big faces of Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, the flagship show, is a big thing, and you know, and him to get a lot of hate for in a couple of months going from the Yeet Master, yeeting every week, and the fans were behind him, to now getting abuse and no one even yeeting with him. Because when he came up for his entrance, the crowd looked dead. They were all rooting for CM Punk. So Jey Uso had everyone against him last night, and he couldn't do a lot. And CM Punk was always expected to win because CM Punk, we know, of course, at SummerSlam, got robbed out of his moment by Seth Rollins cashing in on him after he beat Gunther in the main event of night 1. But I just think that they're all rooting for CM Punk, because a lot of people do love CM Punk, and fair enough, you have your opinion. But I just think Jey Uso is still giving it, and I sadly do think that is it. His main event run, I think it's over. I think he's got to go back to being with Jimmy now. It has to happen. Because what do we get next? Do we get another Jey and Jimmy rivalry? Do we get Jey going for the World Heavyweight Championship again, which he eventually lose? I'm sorry, he's never holding that title again. Or does he go just feuding with Roman? Because we need to get him away from the title, because he's so wrapped up in the title that that people are getting bored of him. He needs something different. Either turn heel, maybe stay face, try and get the fans behind you again. Do your best you can, because what you're doing right now, you can definitely tell it is not working, my friend. It is nowhere near working. But CM Punk's got his moment. Fair enough, and I do respect it. So I'm happy for him, and he does deserve it. Fair enough. I don't want it to happen long, you know. I don't want it to be there for long. Don't let him hold that title for too long. But, you know, fair enough to CM Punk. But that Saturday's main event was probably for me a 6 out of 10. It was mid. The match quality was not great. The only good match was like the IC Championship match. Everything else was easily a 4 out of 10. I can't lie. But thank you for watching. It has been nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the Development channel. Drop your comments and your reaction down below for Saturday's main event. And I'll see you lot soon. Goodbye, guys.